And welcome back YouTube. Thank you for tuning in, and today I would like to do a review of Assassin's Creed Unity. Unity is the 8th installment of the long-running series of third-person action-adventure open-world stealth video games. This time you play as Arno during the French Revolution, and as a kid his father was killed by a Templar, and you should really play Assassin's Creed Rogue to learn more about this. But once grown up, he is wrongfully accused of the murder of a Templar Grandmaster.
No. No! By my life, I swear I didn't!
Now this sets Arno on a trail to become an assassin himself, much like his father. Now 18th century Paris looks amazing. I mean, the atmosphere and the lighting, it's mind-blowing beautiful. And the number of people that the engine of this game is able to generate. And for instance, look at this guy carrying this cross on the street. Just look at him. It's the attention to detail in this game that's just phenomenal. Well, this guy was acting all weird with his gestures and all. So there's a lot of love put into this game, I think. Also, many buildings can now be entered through open doors or windows, giving the player lots of different ways to navigate the city. So it really opens up the world for me. Also, Ubisoft stepped up their game with the facial animations of the characters, and it's really almost lifelike. It's just mind-boggling beautiful. Also, the sound design is top-notch. There's great voice acting, sounds, and the score is phenomenal as well. So, in my opinion, Ubisoft cannot be praised enough for the high production values of this game. So the world is phenomenal, but are there meaningful things to do in this world? Well, I'm happy to report there are. Arno is very much like an Ezio 2.0 from Assassin's Creed 2 in a way that he is a personally motivated, hot-tempered, cocky guy, but not in a unsympathetic way. He is likable, and it's really good. And to me, this is really a return to form for Ubisoft in terms of character development. Now, the main quest is your typical Assassin's Creed story full of murderers, intrigue, plotting, and conspiracies. You'll meet some historical characters along the way, and there's also a touch of romance that really works in this game. I think dynamic between Arno and his sort of love interest, Elise, I think she's called, is just, well, it's kind of beautiful.
I understand. You'd better come back to me.
What's unfortunate, however, is that where other games give you multiple outcomes of certain missions, and that thing is sort of becoming more and more the standard. Now, Assassin's Creed Unity is still very linear. As linear as it ever was. There's no choice in anything. Like here, where you just have no choice but to kill your opponent, even though you might not even want to do that, but you just have to do it in order to progress the story. Besides the main storyline, there are also Paris stories, so-called, basically side quests, where you do these missions for historical characters. I really like those as well. It's a meaningful thing you can do in this game. There are also a number of murder stories or murder missions that require some investigation, like finding clues, talking to suspects, and then finally accusing the right person. They are a nice change of pace for the game, I think, and you will learn a little bit more about the city and its, inhabitants, basically. So I really enjoyed the actual stuff that Ubisoft has put into this game. Now, there are also so-called Helix Rifts places on the map where you can sort of time travel through the history of Paris, and that's fun as well. But there's also the the familiar item hunting, treasure chests, chasing thieves in the street and killing bandits. That's basically there as filler, and I don't really care about this at all. Now, to the gameplay. This time you cannot just hack your way through hordes of soldiers. I mean, the combat is far more lethal. Fighting one or two soldiers is doable, but a third might just stab you in the back or just shoot you with a pistol. So, I mean, this is not a game where you just blow through. So you need to rely on stealth, and that's really what an assassin does. I mean, he should be a stealthy character. So nothing really beats sneaking into a heavily guarded location, taking out one soldier at a time, creeping closer and closer to your target, and then killing him at the right moment. And that is so satisfying. And the fact that the buildings are open now, so as I said, gives you a lot of different pathways to discover and use in your advantage. Now, the main problem with this game is that I found that the controls were less responsive than in previous games, and I think that's really a bummer. I mean, a perfect parkour might just come to an abrupt halt when Ezio just refuses to climb through a window or unintentionally jumps on a ledge. Something that's sort of infuriating. I mean, you can still do that, and when it works really well, but it's just I was struggling with the controls. Also, on the technical side of things, I already told you that there were these rift parts where you sort of time travel through the history of Paris, right? But some of these segments are just so glitchy, and there's flashing going on the screen. I mean, it really hurt my eyes, and I just don't understand if this is a bug or a glitch, or it's so irritating. There's also a part where I just got stuck in a window during a mission, like as you can see right here, and I just had to restart the segment over again, and that's just not good, really. And you still need a pretty hefty PC to run this game properly. Even my high-end PC was heating up like crazy, and also the loading times are really bad. And all in all, I do still think that the good outshine the bad, and it's a return to form for the franchise, something of a foundation where Ubisoft can build upon in the future. So, I mean, and in the end, I mean, a game that lets you scale the Eiffel Tower is a winner. It's always going to be a winner in my book. I mean, it's not a perfect game, it's a good game. So, that's my review. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think, and see you in the next video.